Hello, and welcome back to Get Healthy Now Mastery. So I just did a video answering a question that people have been asking me. How did I decide a day? But today I want to carry on with that because I talked about the 5 killer foods. But first of all, let me say thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to those who will and are going to subscribe. Thank you to those who make comments. Thank you to you, those of you who share my videos, and those of you who hit the like button. And I've asked that you continue to do that. Continue to support me in making a difference in the health of our nation. Because we know this is very, very crucial that we help heal the nation. So today, I want to actually talk about what Reverend Malkmus, Dr. George Malkmus talks about in his book, God's Way to Ultimate Health. This is another one of the books, God's Way to Ultimate Health. And his book was built off of Genesis 1:29. And I'm not going to quote this scripture verbatim, but if you go back into the Bible, you'll see where God said the herbs of the ground is for our food. So anyway, that's where this is built from. So this is where we have to go back to the earth. Somewhere in the Bible is where it says the leaves on the trees are for the healing of the nation. Y'all, it's all there. It's all there. So it's important. When the animals get sick, what do? What do? They go eat grass. They go eat grass. So they are so smart. They know how to do it. So but today I want to talk about the 5 killer foods, meat. And I'm just going to give you some quotes from Dr. George Malkmus today on these 5 killer foods that we are so in love with. All right. So we're going to talk about, he says, what are the 5 foods, the 5 white foods causing our physical problems? And the first one he named is meat. There's something else I wanted to share before we got to that point. This right here. He says, what animal products are doing to the people of America is travesty. And then he said, someone in America suffers a heart attack every 25 seconds. Someone in America dies from a heart attack every 45 seconds. Most common cause of death in America is a heart attack. Risk of having a heart attack by average American is 50%. Risk of having a heart attack by average American vegetarian is less than 4%. The amount you reduce your risk of heart attack by eliminating meat, dairy, and eggs from your diet is over 90%. And increased risk of breast cancer for women who eat meat compared to non-meat eaters over 4 times. Increased risk of fatal prostate cancer for men who consume animal products compared to vegetarians, 3.6 times higher. Increased risk of fatal ovarian cancer for women who consume animal products compared to vegetarians, 3 times higher. The meat, dairy, and egg industries tells us we are well fed only with animal products. The meat, dairy, and egg industries do not tell us that the diseases which are commonly prevented, consistently improved, and often cured by low-fat vegetarian diet include stroke, kidney stones, prostate cancer, diabetes, peptic ulcers, hemorrhoids, obesity, salmonellosis, heart disease, breast cancer, pancreatic cancer, stomach cancer, hernias, gallstones, arthritis, trichinosis, osteoporosis, colon cancer, ovarian cancer, endometrial cancer, constipation, diverticulosis, irritable colon, and gout. So I wanted you to read all of that so you can see what these killer foods have been doing to the body. And so this is why I urge you to please purchase this book and read it. Don't let it sit on your shelf. Purchase it. You know, back in the day, and I'm going to say this because it happens. Back in the day, when I was growing up and go to people's houses, they had these big Bibles on their coffee table, open up. But now I ain't never seen nobody read it open. And I'm not saying that they didn't read their Bibles because I'm just saying that to me, that was a tradition. Because when I got married, I'm telling the truth, when I got married, I had a coffee table and I bought this big Bible and I opened it up, put it on the table. Now, did I read it? No. I had my own little Bible that I would read in my room. But I'm just saying that was for show. I'm saying that's my opinion, y'all. I can give my opinion. That was just a traditional show. I'm just saying, get this book, God's Way to Ultimate Health. Don't just put it on the shelf to collect dust. Come on, open it up. Read it with me. Come on, let's change the world with this, all right? So when I look at this, Dr. Malkmus says meat contains white fat. The average American meat eater puts on 50 pounds of fat, cholesterol, in his or her body each year. The average American meat eater, puts over 50 pounds of fat, cholesterol in the body each year. This fat clogs the arteries, causing heart attacks and strokes. And it will eventually kill 50% of the population. Y'all, I'm just reading this from the book. We could turn that around by just eliminating the meat from our diet. We can turn that around and think about it. I don't know if you all have access to find out how these animals are being raised, how they are being treated before they get to the market and to your table. We got to educate ourselves. Again, he says, meat is also the culprit for causing colon cancer, breast cancer, prostate cancer, and other forms of cancer. So think about it. And think about the growing epidemic. I'm calling it an epidemic. I ain't heard nobody else say it, but I'm calling it an epidemic of cancer. Even in your neighborhood, in your city, in your state. Think about it. Then it says meat is the primary cause of adult onset diabetes. Then it said it causes gout, arthritis, and a host of other physical problems. This is what meat is doing to the body. So when I started reading this back in 2009, y'all, it doesn't take me all year to decide I'm not going to do this. I think we have to decide, what do we want for our body? What is the vision? Do we have a vision for our health? What's the vision for our health? What's the vision for our wealth? Because, this is my motto. If you got health, you got wealth. Do you understand me? If you got health, you have wealth. Health equals wealth. Y'all, it's not rocket science. I don't have to go into my lab. We don't have to go into the lab. People already done been to the lab. I don't have to go to the lab. Let me just read the information. Let me just read the scientific studies. I don't have to create the lab in my body. to see what it would do. I don't have to do that. It's already been done. So I don't have to do that. So let's go on to dairy. Dairy and cheese, the second most dangerous substance we can put into our bodies for many of the same reason. We're told milk is the perfect food that we need for calcium. But we're not told that the pasteurizing of milk, heating the milk of temperatures up to 160 degrees and higher, changes the calcium in the milk to an inorganic form which cannot be assimilated by the body. No animal, when you're out in the wild, there's no animal out there that pasteurizes its milk. Actually, no animal out there drink the milk of another animal. Y'all ever thought about that? No animal out there drinks the milk of another animal. Have we ever seen a cat drinking the dog's milk? And I'm using this because a lot of people have cats and they have dogs. And a lot of times they have cats and dogs in the house. So have you seen your cat drinking the dog's milk? Or have you seen your dogs drinking the cat's milk? No. We are the only ones that drink milk of another animal. We're the only ones. And we're the only ones that continue to think we have to drink milk after we've been weaned. We're the only ones. I'm just saying. So salt is another substance that creates untold physical problems and suffering. Yes, the body needs sodium, but it must be in an organic form in order to be usable by the body. Table salt, sodium chloride, is an inorganic sodium compound formed by the union of sodium and chloride that is extremely toxic to the body, causing it to retain fluid in an effort to keep this protoplasmic poison in suspension and out of the cells. Y'all, it's just amazing what these things are doing to our body. Sugar is the fourth white substance, creating a physical problem. Sugar is so denatured and concentrated from its original plant form that it is actually a drug. I read somewhere several years ago that sugar was sold as a drug somewhere on the streets in Europe somewhere. Just 10 teaspoons, which is approximately in one soft drink, will immobilize the immune system by 33%. Approximately 30 teaspoons of sugar will shut down the immune system for a whole day. So, if there are 10 teaspoons in one soda drink, 10. And if you drink 3 sodas a day, those are your 30 teaspoons of sugar. Now, get this. If you drink 3 sodas a day, that's 30 teaspoons of sugar. On top of what you're going to eat. Think about that. White flour. White flour has had all the good substance, the bran and the germ, removed during processing. Then it is bleached, sometimes with a bleaching agent similar to Clorox. They add some coal tar derived carcinogenic vitamins, and it is sold to the unsuspecting public as enriched. White flour is not good food. In fact, it is hazardous to your health. It clogs up your intestines, creates excess mucus in your sinus passages, and white flour depletes your nutrient levels as your body works to digest it. Back in the day when I was in elementary school, and I'm getting ready to close this down. When I was in elementary school, we had to use paste. So we would get flour and water and make the paste. And it glued this stuff together. So think about that. So if we're using this enriched flour today to make breads, pastries, or whatever, and we eat it, and we add water to it, think about what it's doing inside the body. Okay. And then there is caffeine. In addition to these 5 white substances, we must also consider the impact of commonly used drugs in our bodies. Most people are aware how dangerous alcohol and nicotine are to the body, but fail to realize that the caffeine in coffee, tea, and soft drinks is also an extremely dangerous substance. I just wanted to share this with you all. I'm just sharing this information so you will have it. So it's very important. Caffeine is called a stimulant because it excites all the nerve endings in an effort to rid the body of this poisonous substance. Y'all, we have to think about that. And I'm only giving you this information so you can think about making choices, different choices in your life from this day forth. Let's begin to make this world a better place to live in. So if a person drinks over 2 or 3 cups of coffee a day on a regular basis, they will usually develop severe drug withdrawal headaches if they suddenly stop drinking it. Alcohol, nicotine, and caffeine are dangerous drugs. And I've known a person who drank many cups of coffee a day, and when she tried to stop, she was having such bad withdrawals. So all I'm saying to us is that we got to make some changes in our lifestyle, because it's our lifestyle. And so it's important that we can do that. Y'all, you can do it. I know you can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. Together we can stand. Let's stand together. Let's stand together and let's make this world a better place to live in. One bite at a time. All right, one bite at a time. Let's save our own life, and we can save the life of our family members and our friends. Until the next time, family, until the next time. I love saying family. Until the next time, family, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button. Share this with your family and friends. And leave me a comment. Send me a question. Send me a question to gethealthynowmastery@gmail.com. I love you, and until the next time, join me in Getting Healthy Now Mastery. Peace and love and broccoli.